You did XXXTentacion's first interview, and you guys maintained a relationship along the way. What did you think when that comic made that joke, the Venmo joke about XXX?
Right. She said that him getting killed because he had 50,000 in cash that really made her rethink Venmo, or like thought, oh, Venmo's a great idea. And then
she said that would make a great Venmo commercial or something.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, it's weird because all these comics want to live in this little insulated society where they get to joke around about everything, and then if anybody gets even a little bit offended, they jump down their throats and they act like this is great injustice. To me, that was a weird one because I'm like, you might not like him because he's a rapper or because he was accused of all the shit. I mean, at the end of the day, this is like a 20-year-old black kid that got gunned down in the street. And it just doesn't feel like an appropriate thing to make a joke about for me, like, 6 months after it happened or whatever. It's like, I just have a hard time wrapping my head around how she thought she wasn't going to get that reaction,
Well, I interview a lot of comics
on
Vlad TV, and I've become friends with them over time. I go to stand-ups.
Right.
I definitely like it. It's something that's important in my life. I honestly feel that there really is no place that a comic should not go.
Right.
You should be able to joke about whatever you want. Now, that particular audience may not like it, but if you think about I remember D.L. Hughley said something about this during one of our early interviews where he said that he feels comedy is what actually progresses society.
I think comedy has led the way to us becoming more human. I think it's the reason that we evolve. I do.
Comedy is the reason why we evolve.
Oh, absolutely. I think that is the reason we evolve. Huh. Absolutely.
Because the comics are the only ones that can actually tell the truth. If you go back to the time of kings and castles, the court jester was the only one that could tell the king about himself. Everyone else had to be political. Everyone else had to be careful about what they said because they might get their head chopped off or they might get excommunicated or whatever else. But the court jester could be right there in front of everybody and tell the king that, he's got a side chick and, he's got a venereal disease and that he just lost that war and the people all hate him and everyone laughs and there's always some truth in all these jokes.
Right.
And they continue to roll with it. Did I think that was a funny joke about X? No, I didn't laugh. And I never knew him, but I appreciated his music. But can I see from a comic side where it would be what she was trying to do by using morbid humor and stuff like that? Yeah, I get it.
Right, because the thing about it, though, is that, she's certainly allowed to make that joke. She made that joke on TV. It spread all over the internet. Comedy Central or whoever took it and, cut it, spread it intentionally to make that the centerpiece joke. And then what's the actual reaction? She gets a bunch of fucking goons online saying that they hate her and stuff. I mean, you could say whatever you want. You're just going to have to deal with the fact that people are going to make jokes about it. When I'm in private with my friends, there's jokes that I'll make that I would never say on camera, and that I'm sure if they surface that people would be like, oh, you're a really fucked up person for thinking that was funny. And I'm okay with that, and that's why I wouldn't make that joke publicly. And it's like I can't think of a recently deceased gay icon who would be a good example to use in place of X here. But if I did have something some fucking joke about blank gay influencer superstar who died within recent memory, I don't think I would be making that joke, even if I was a comic. But if I did make that joke, I would 100% be expecting people to go fucking crazy. I wouldn't be expecting, I don't think it would be fair if I, lost my job or my house or my fucking family left me or whatever because I made that joke. But I mean, again, the only consequences that she had to deal with were a bunch of people online saying, you're a fucked up piece of shit for making that joke. And then she decided to delete it and have it removed from the special, the TV show, whatever. And I understand that partially that's because she probably feared for her safety. She probably really thought people were going to show up and fucking burn her house down or something. But I mean, That's what it is. If you want to make a joke that jokes around about someone who is a beloved musician that was brutally murdered in the street, and then the worst thing that happens to you is you have a bunch of dudes on Twitter saying like, fuck you, bitch.
Well, I didn't know that she deleted it. I actually think she's a coward, if that's the case. If you're going to say that joke, then stand behind it.
Yeah.
Keep rocking with it. Yeah, I see y'all offended. All right, I'll have to get security for a little while. Oh, well. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Stand behind your humor.